Best Earbuds 2022. We've got 13 pairs. That brings us to a total of over 30 over the past year. We tested each pair of earbuds, identical tests to get a one-to-one comparison. Let's dive right into the reviews, timestamps, and links to buy these products in the description section below. Apple AirPods 3rd generation comes with a MagSafe charging case. Pretty neat. First generation case was more tall and thin, whereas this is shorter and wide, kind of like the AirPods Pro case. Shorter stems than the original AirPods. It's kind of like an in-between between the AirPods Pro and the original AirPods. These are designed to connect seamlessly with an iPhone, and they do. Yeah, light, comfortable. A little concerned about ear security, but I didn't have any issues with the original AirPods, so I'm sure they're probably fine.
Yeah. All right, thoughts?
I thought they were pretty good. Everything sounded really well balanced with these. My primary criticism is that the songs where the bass is supposed to be more prominent, the Beastie Boys and Michael Jackson, it just felt a little bit flat to me. I could have had some more bass there, but overall, really, I was impressed.
I thought these were great. Yeah. If these had a better fit, I think in the ear, they were a little bit more secure, I think these would be fabulous. I think they sound better than the AirPods Pro.
Yes, definitely.
I think they sound 1,000 times better than the original AirPods. Yeah. I am very impressed.
Beats Fit Pro. I like when the box and the color match up.
The color matching here. Ooh, box and color, pretty good. Yeah, they look really good. I thought that the purple would be my favorite color. After seeing them all, I think white is my favorite color. Small case, but not nearly as small as the AirPods case.
Yeah. Should also mention these are designed to connect seamlessly to your iPhone like AirPods would, and they do. What'd you think?
I think that these are good sounding headphones. The bass is there, but for me, the treble, the other sounds sound like they're a little bit far away almost, like they're 10 feet away. And so it creates kind of a dull overall vibe.
What do you think about the active noise cancellation?
I didn't think it was nearly as impressive as some of the other ones I've heard, but
yeah, I mean,
it didn't really bother me.
They're okay.
Where these really shine is the ear tip and the fit, right? Yep. Best fitting sport earbuds
I think so, yeah.
I've ever worn.
Yeah, I wish I could take like the audio from the AirPods, combine that with the fit, and you get a perfect pair of earbuds right there.
Yeah.
Beats Studio Buds. Sleek, got that nice Beats look again. Beats does a really good job matching the color to the box. Pop them out. Small, light.
Very Beats.
Very Beats. I always have some difficulty getting a really good fit with earbuds like this. It's just, these don't fit my ears particularly well.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that might be a fit issue for me. These just didn't sound particularly great to me. It sounded like the audio was coming from sort of far away.
Really? I thought it lacked a richness or a clarity. It just didn't sound totally full to me. And I don't really have a better way to articulate it than that. I think the Beats Fit Pro are a better fit, probably better overall, especially if you're going to the gym.
Yeah. The Bose QuietComfort Earbuds. Right out of the box, that is a big case.
It's a big case. This is the home theater system of earbuds. It's heavier too.
It's heavy, it's thick, I mean, you're gonna have trouble fitting that in your pocket.
Yeah, it's got the same type of wingtip idea, but the Beats Fit Pro does it better.
Noise cancellation out of the gate, I can tell it's okay.
I do think Bose does a good job with the app.
These were phenomenal. They sound much better than they did the last time, and they sound a lot like they did the first time we listened to them.
It's the firmware updates.
It's gotta
they
be the
have to be,
firmware updates.
yeah, because we update them before we do each test. These sound amazing. If anything, I'm gonna say that they were a little bit thin in the mid-range, a tiny bit maybe. The space was phenomenal.
Yep.
The balance on like Michael Jackson and the Stevie Ray Vaughan song and the Daft Punk and the Steely Dan, I had trouble rating it.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, my minor nitpick was that on some of the songs, the bass sounded maybe just a little bit more prominent.
Sure.
But I also like that. So these are phenomenal. Bose Sport Earbuds. These are my #1 headphones, earbuds, the last time we did these reviews, and we'll see how they hold up.
Big and heavy case, but the actual earbuds themselves are pretty small, definitely smaller than the QuietComforts, and they have a similar wingtip design.
So let's give them a whirl.
No noise canceling on these.
Okay.
I could definitely hear the little bit of room noise that we have here, and if I'm in the gym, I think it's going to be very, very noticeable.
It's going to be a lot. It felt like some of the songs, the bass is really prominent.
I would want something that's a little bit more consistent, I think. Otherwise, I think they sound really good.
They did sound great. Yeah, they sounded great. It's just the clarity on the sides was excellent. It just not quite as good as the Bose QuietComforts.
No.
Pixel Buds A series. Say what you will about the sound quality. That's a nice case, nice finish, really small.
I don't really care for the finish. I don't know. It's like kind of this off gray eggshell type thing. I'm glad that you like it.
It looks like an egg. I like the texture of it. Kind of like the Beats Fit Pro wingtip.
Little
It's
wingtip?
pretty sturdy, not like the Bose wingtips, which are rather flimsy, but yeah, really light and comfortable for me. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe not so comfortable. Light though. So what do you think?
I thought that the mid-range and the high-end was very clear. I thought that there wasn't enough bass. I mean, that's my general complaint.
Yeah,
is that
interesting.
It was a little light on the bass.
I was impressed. These are a gigantic improvement over the original
Unbelievable
Pixel Buds.
improvement.
We should say that Android phones have some extra features through the Pixel Buds app that you can
Like a lot of extra
like
features.
customize the sounds and get more out of these earbuds where you can't set those on your iPhone.
Right. You can't do it at all.
Noise canceling isn't very good.
Because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. I thought they were pretty impressive overall solid headphones. Jabra Elite 85Ts.
What do we think?
So, pretty small case. It's a little heavy though. I'm a little surprised at how heavy that is. I mean, I can say personally, I'm not a huge fan of the blocky design of the earbuds themselves, but well, let's pop them in and see how they sound.
Well, I didn't like them the last time, and I don't like them this time.
Well, I liked them last time. I thought they were pretty good. So
Lacks high-end, bass seems a bit much, very mid-rangey, no super high-end, too much bass flat. I didn't think they were the most comfortable either.
I didn't think they were very comfortable either. The noise cancellation was fine. But I mean, this type of earbud it is never comfortable for me. And true again with the Jabras, I enjoyed the audio more than you did, but that was maybe a personal preferences. And even though I like these more than you, my overall review is still lower than the aggregate score on Amazon. So take that for what you will. Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. So in terms of the case itself, really small. Yeah, portable, sturdy, stylish, and very black.
This is one of them that I don't know how to put them in. I don't think they sound as good as they did.
The firmware update claims another victim. I didn't like any of the songs in these earbuds.
Yeah, they just felt very dynamically flat to me. I felt like they were missing some high-end clarity, and I felt like the vocals were getting lost in the mixes, but it just didn't sound natural to me.
Yeah, I felt like on the wider ends of the stage again, just wasn't a ton of clarity, and it was soft. I thought the bass was kind of inconsistent too. It felt like a lot on the Daft Punk song, and then not so much on Beastie Boys. I thought it was maybe the worst Radiohead of the bunch so far. I really don't have anything too redeeming to say about. They weren't bad, but they weren't good, and they're not going to be in my top 3 this time around. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Sennheiser CX True Wireless Earbuds. These are a new one for us. Looks like a recycling bin.
It's got like a laundry basket type of feel.
Well, regardless,
Regardless,
it's rectangle.
just like your ears.
Yeah, stylish. They look blocky. I don't know. Just
look good.
Look kind of blocky.
A little blocky.
They fit pretty well though, for as far as the without the wingtips go. Comfortable. Not impressive for me.
Not me neither. I didn't like them.
I feel like the vocals were pretty consistently flat.
Yeah.
It really lacked a lot of bass on Billie Jean and Brass Monkey.
Yeah, bizarre is a good way to describe the sound that came out of these, because I didn't think that they sounded good. It was missing like very high end maybe. I'm not even sure really how to describe what I didn't like, except they just didn't sound as good as the other ones that we've listened to.
Yeah. Sennheiser CX Plus. Now these do have active noise cancellation.
I guess that's the plus.
It's hard to tell the difference between like just look at it visually.
Yeah, this one has the shiny top.
Yeah.
But visually it looks like it's exactly the same size, but unless this is, feels like these must be in wrong, but they're not. I do not like that.
If we were doing a blind test and you just handed me these both in a row, I would almost think they're the same pair of headphones.
Even if we weren't doing a blind test.
Yeah.
No, they look the same. Where my noise canceling at?
Yeah.
I put on transparency mode. I must have. There we go. Still, where's my noise canceling?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
My thoughts are, if only they had done the other half of the soundscape, these would be great headphones. Where was the bass?
I thought it was also pretty absent on the Michael Jackson song, too.
Well, I also laughed on that one.
Yeah.
We like Sennheiser.
Just not these earbuds.
Not these.
CX Plus True Wireless and the CX True Wireless, rather disappointing. Sony XM4 wireless earbuds, noise canceling, sleek Sony case, the style you are used to there. The texture, it might be a little bit too much for me on the outside of the case.
I love the texture.
That's just a little...
It's like you're in the desert.
Yeah.
Sandstone.
A little much.
Oh, actually, yeah.
All right, let's pop these suckers in. Oh, wow.
Noise canceling.
Really, really phenomenal noise cancellation. A lot of the brands say active noise canceling, and none of them are close to this. Not even a little bit. What'd you think?
I love them. I think they're great. You?
Yeah, so, I mean, they sound amazing.
Yeah.
Best noise cancellation. If I'm nitpicking, I think the Daft Punk song might have been a little bit bass heavy, but that's just a really minor...
Were you reading my notes?
I wasn't. I actually wrote that.
I wrote a little bass heavy, but I like it.
Okay, fair enough.
The whole spectrum sounds really great.
Yeah, the noise cancellation is just on a different level with these.
It's not close.
All that being said, I would never buy these headphones because I do not think they are comfortable even a little bit. I would buy the Bose over these just because the Bose are more
The
comfortable.
fit for you.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going purely on audio quality alone, it's the Sonys. But Sony C500 earbuds. It's a little bit of a unique case. It's like a tube.
Little mini hot dog.
Feels really kind of cheap there. Let's give them a listen. Yeah, I mean, these are just so much more comfortable than the XM4s are for me.
Okay, I have to fail these
Okay.
immediately. If you start playing it,
Yep.
I heard the white noise start as soon as I hit the play button
Huh.
until you stop playing the songs. There's this white throughout the entire time. You should never hear that. You should never hear white noise when it's supposed to be silent. And we haven't on any other pair of headphones that we've heard today.
I think my expectations for these coming in were really low based on some of the cheaper Sonys we listened to yesterday, so I think it exceeded my expectations in that way, but overall they weren't terribly impressive. I thought the bass was a little bit much, and the vocals just fell flat for me.
That was pretty much what I said. Exactly.
Yeah. Let's talk about our top 3 earbuds of 2022. Number 3 for both of us, the Bose Sport earbuds.
Don't buy this color, but do buy these earbuds. They're a great value buy
Yes.
right now, and they sound really great. Really high quality, high-end sound.
You can kind of hear that little bit of bass boost on songs where the bass isn't as prominent. It's just elevated a little bit more, but on songs that are more bass heavy, it sounds like it should.
A consideration with these, I do think that they're snug. I think that they're comfortable,
Yep.
but they don't have active noise canceling, so if you're working out in a loud environment,
Right.
that might be a consideration.
For 1 and 2, we had the same pair of headphones, just flip-flopped. So Bose QuietComfort Earbuds making their triumphant return to the top 3,
Yep.
and the Sony XM4s.
My number 2 by a hair are the Bose QuietComfort Earbuds. Either one of these choices, I think, is a great choice. I felt like the Bose, if I had to nitpick, maybe it sounded a little bit thin at certain times, but it was hard to find stuff.
Also, the noise cancellation in the Bose QuietComforts just isn't nearly as good as the Sonys. The Sonys are just better, period. I also think the audio quality of the Sonys overall is just a pinch better than the Bose, but I can't put these number 1 because I just wouldn't buy them because I don't think they're comfortable.
I think that they're very comfortable, and I think that contributes to the foam little ear tip. I think that's what contributes to the excellent noise canceling.
Yeah.
Because I think the passive noise cancellation is better with the Sonys than it is with the Bose.
Bose, Sonys, you won't go wrong with either. Some honorable mentions that we do have. First, let's talk about the Beats Fit Pro. This is for me. I love these as a workout headphone. I think they are the most comfortable and the most secure in the ear. The noise cancellation is pretty good, and I think the audio quality is really good as well. Maybe a little bit better than you do.
I don't think that they're as good as the Bose Sport in terms of audio quality. I do think that they're more comfortable than the Bose Sport, and I think that they're probably a better choice as a workout headphone. But it's not the best workout headphones video.
Yeah,
If it was,
sorry,
I just scratched you, but yes, those would be it.
We also have 2 in the most improved category. The AirPods Generation 3, I was really surprised by how good those sounded.
I was blown away, and the AirPods, we just have to say, these were not coming from a terrible sounding headphone. Really good sound, though. As soon as I put them in, I was like, wow, these are better than the AirPods Pro.
Yep. Google Pixel Buds A series. The original Pixel Buds were just so bad.
They were terrible.
They were so bad. So it was a low bar to beat, to jump over, and these did it.
I would prefer the AirPods, especially if you're an iPhone person, because Google, unlike Apple, did not build in the functionality to the iPhone that you can get on a Google phone.
Yeah, much better for Android users than iPhone users.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about our bottom 3. I just want to preface this by saying we've tested over 30 pairs of earbuds. A lot of them have been really bad. We talk about those in our other videos. I feel like this batch of earbuds was just a level above what we've done previously. That being said, this bottom 3 it's among the worst.
Yeah.
So let's start with the Sennheiser CX Plus true wireless.
I felt like they did a really good job on the high end, and that's it. So if you want just high end, I thought it was pretty clear. I didn't think these were terrible headphones at all, but I did not like the bass. There was no bass. I actually started laughing out loud with
Right.
these.
The vocals also felt a bit flat for me. The noise cancellation is not great, and the blocky design, I just don't think it's very comfortable.
No, I don't know why they chose that design, especially given how good the other Sennheiser headphones have been. Disappointing. They sent them to us for free, so
Yeah. That's how you know our reviews are
Yep, that's thanks.
honest.
They didn't pay us, but they sent them.
Next up, we've got the Sony C500s, and this one really comes down to a bit of a technical issue.
As soon as I hit the play button, I heard a sort of white noise sound coming out of these headphones, so I hit pause and it stayed there for 10 seconds until Bluetooth disconnected and then it went away. So these have an electronics issue that none of the other headphones that we reviewed today have. What's going on, Sony?
Yeah, I thought the audio quality overall, aside from the white noise issue, it was okay.
Yeah,
It was fine. I mean, they're a $99 pair of headphones, but the electrical issue, it's
I don't
tough
think
to
they're
get past.
worth it for $99.
Well, you can get the Pixel Buds Series A for
$99
same
that are a
price.
good pair of headphones.
Yeah. We're seeing with Sony, the discount Sony products are just really inferior to the premium products, the XM4s, both earbuds and over-ears. So if you're buying Sony, buy premium. You will not regret it, and they'll have a great pair of headphones.
It's very interesting that they can put out such a good product and
Yep.
such a bad product.
Worst of the day.
Sent to us for free by a very nice person from Sennheiser.
Yeah, Sennheiser CX True Wireless. Basically all the issues that the Plus had.
Yeah, truly terrible wireless headphones.
Yep. Vocals flat, bass not there,
Yep.
blocky and uncomfortable. These ones don't have the noise cancellation, but if you get the Plus, the noise cancellation isn't that great anyway. So
That's right. Yeah, I just thought, very flat dynamically, as you just said. No high end at all. I just thought that they weren't even very comfortable after a while. Ugh.
it's interesting. You got the bass boost, and
Well, there was bass, but that's about it. It sounded muddy, and the rest of it was non-existent.
those are the best earbuds of 2022. Leave a comment down below. Do we miss any earbuds? Let us know. We'll be happy to review them.
Do you want to be our buds this year? Well, join these members.
Yeah, join these members on the screen by clicking that join button down below the video. You'll get on this list.
You could be
all the
our
screen
buds.
members. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.